So the cat's already out of the bag on yours. We know it's a BK11, but it's in your other pants.
Yeah.
All right. So you can borrow mine.
All right. Ah! Love the BK11. BK11 was one of my very first quality knives. And I don't care what you say about this sheath, it's great. You can put a little dimple in there if you wanted to, a little bit of lighter. And just with the sheath out, you make a little bit of dimple. Like the Jaquet has 2 dimples. You know, that's a little aggressive, but I like that. So put it in there and get that rattle right out easily.
Now let me ask you, I got a question. Does yours have an additional little piece?
Mine's an old original. I don't have that extra piece.
Yeah, mine either. I bought this used, and so it never had it, and I was wondering if the people either didn't give it to me, or maybe just the old ones didn't have it.
I know for short money you can buy the replacement sheath with that extra clasp to lock in. I may have done a mod with this exact sheath, which maybe we can go to a little bit later, and I'll show you what I've done. But, oh, those micarta scales are so nice. To finish off straight through.
Yep.
All the way? Yep. Okay. Nice. The bottle opener, which is great for celebration. Nice bright orange linear.
Well, you only celebrate in the summer? You don't celebrate in the spring, fall, or winter?
I might.
Yeah.
But I'm more into the teas and coffees in the winter. Believe it or not, I think that alcohol changes your bloodstream a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm not into that.
Yep.
So one thing that I do, and I can show you I do a lot of my knives that I put aftermarkets or have removable scales, is this drives me crazy right here.
Oh yeah.
Very sharp.
Yep.
So when they're removed, I sand those down, especially in the corners. It just feels like glass once it's done. So,
Smart.
So the BK11 is my summer choice. Again, with the thought concept of personally lightening the load. In the summer, I wear minimal. Little hiking shorts. Quite often I'm hiking in some sort of sports sandal, walking along. I don't feel the need to have a much larger blade for intense chopping. My fires are nothing more than stick fires, just to warm up some coffee, some oatmeal. I don't need to make that blazing fire to stay super warm to survive in.
Good point.
So this is my summer choice. Now, I wanted a larger Becker, but at the time I just didn't have the cash to do it. So I said, let me get into the game.
So I bought one of the smallest ones.
Yeah. I feel like it's a big knife. This is not a safe queen?
No, not a safe queen. No, I got to be honest, I don't use it a ton. I actually have other blades that sort of fit this size niche.
Okay.
So I haven't used this quite so much. A little bit of food prep, but not a lot of woodscraft.
Okay, you did your, was it a mustard vinegar patina?
Yep, same as my other blades. I like that sort of camo look. I think it's a great look, and it weathers real nice. I love once you actually use the blade, it it kind of weathers in nicely, but yeah, it gives you those different tones and just a good quality look.
It is a really nice look. You get the orange lineared here, paralineared, so you get a little bit of cordage if you need it. You get the nice bright color in case you drop it on the green ground, but obviously you can make that stand out, which is great. Tell you what, so why I chose this knife for the summer, again, lightening the load, but also the intended use for me is more about food prep. You want to shave some bark off of sticks just to get to the nice dry spot. You can do some cross batoning, even baton, like at 1 inch.
Certainly.
Right? This thing could take it all day long.
Absolutely.
I know these are skeletonized. I think a lot of the Beckers are, so it is, light in the handle. This actually, micarta does give a nice little balance because I believe the Becker BK11 doesn't come with scales, correct?
No, it's skeletonized handle, and I've seen some people do paracord wraps and whatnot.
Yep.
I just thought having the removable scales, and then not only that, but for me, the BK11 is a great companion knife to some of those larger blades. So, even though this isn't the nature of this particular video, I mean, we're picking one blade for the season, but in theory, in reality, if you could have the two, pairing this up with some of the larger blades like your BK7, your BK9, or even that Moses Bowie, be a great little companion knife next to one of those. So having the same sort of scales, so matching for me, in my opinion, just having sort of the matching attributes and making a paired set was definitely a way for me to go.
That is true. And I'll tell you what, nice thing about this low profile sheath is, and I have the same one, which you'll see, is if you're comfortable with neck knives and you feel the retention is fine with this, you can latch it up nicely for a neck knife. It also fits in any pocket, back pocket, breast pocket, This knife can be put in a little fanny pack or a servanny pack, and you know that as a companion or even your primary, which again for me in the summer, most of the times this is my primary. It's been on some serious backpacking trips with me. I feel confident with it. You know, you got the, I think Ethan put the bottle top opener on there, which is nice at the celebration time. But such a great knife, and these things are so affordable. I think they're like 60 bucks new.
Nice.
You get them used all day long on eBay for 30, whatever, and some of them are modified already. $10.95, great steel, US made. It just feels so good.
Now, how do you like my lanyard on there? Give you a little extra purchase on the pinky there?
I like that. For some reason, you think I would be better with it. Paracord, I struggle. I don't know what it is. I can't, whatever. But this is nice because whether it's on back here, right, to hold it, to extract it, even if it's, let's say, right in pocket. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, check this out, right? Boom, there it is right there. And then drop, go, you're good to go. So that's really nice, Eric.
Now, if I had to guess, you have your pinky lanyard that you typically do on yours?
There's a possibility of mine as a pinky lanyard. It's a possibility. But I tell you what, just a nice, clean package. Again, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are for a summer blade. Again, not all summers are created equal. But for most part, in North America, we are dealing with much, warmer weather. I tell you what, this knife is great too. So if you're happen to have it in a pocket, a zipped pocket in your bathing suit, okay, I know it does a little drainage hole down there, which is great, but it's just non-obtrusive. And it's got, great soft edges all around that sheet, so it's not going to dig in for you. But even for water use in a drainage hole, make sure you wipe it down clean and oil it if you can, because 1095 will rust. And these things, they do come coated when you get them, so whether you take some of that coating off to lighten it up, to get some nice cool look effect to it, or take it off completely, just make sure you keep your blades oiled, But this is my literally primary summer knife, the BK11.
It's a great choice.
Wish I had mine.
Well, don't worry, I got you covered on that one.
Nice.
But for me, this entire process, my blades have been just a little bit bigger than your choices, and I think that's going to hold true for my summer blade as well.
Okay.
And for my summer choice, might look a little familiar to you.
I do know what this is. It's the standard. It's the BK16, a great blade, factory sheath. Looks like the K-Bar offered upgraded micarta scales.
That's right.
Yep. And let's see what we got. Coating, non-coating. Kept the coating on?
Kept the coating on.
Okay, reason for that? Did you remove it from other ones?
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. I like to do these things sometimes on camera, just with my YouTube channel, or maybe for me it was, I just had never really gotten around to it. So you can see that with this coating, sometimes the Becker coatings vary. This particular one is pretty high traction, so you'll see a lot of the love and sort of bits and pieces of tree sort of left behind on this blade. This one's definitely been used. This is a blade that I've handed off to my son quite a bit so he can practice. It's actually a perfect size for really any size hand, whether your hands are larger or smaller. It feels great. So it's a good quality learner from my son. This to me is a quality option for summer because, again, I tend to naturally gravitate towards slightly larger blades in general. I like the idea that you can do some good overall batoning, good food prep, but you're still lightening that load. I try to think about the types of things I'll be doing in summer. So I'm hiking, I'm backpacking, I'm camping. I want to get from point A to point B and reasonably efficiently. The Becker lineup, of course, having so many different sizes in a variety of lengths. For me, having something in this sort of 4-inch blade size is definitely great. I like the profile. Now there are, again, other knives that are similar to this with the BK15, this being the 16 and the 17, slightly different blade shapes, and a couple of them really hard to get your hands on. The BK16's one that's stuck around kind of the longest.
Really? Yeah. I tell you what, and from the get-go, it comes with the 2 sets of scales, right?
You will see. It's funny that you say that. I just happen to have something with me. So here, again, kind of like more your BK7 handles. This is the black Grivery, but on the BK16, it also came with tan. So these were the factory scales along with the black. But for me, I just wanted to swap it out for the micarta, just get a little sort of higher end finish and a little bit better grip overall.
Oh, definitely, no question. So awesome, that's great. So let's see, so we got the factory sheath, and let's compare your BK16 to mine. So you can see when we take that coating off, right? It's nice quality at 1095, that US steel. The scales from K-Bar are a little bit thinner. They actually feel better to me. The original Joe Sonorski is a little bit wider, but you do get a little bit more rounded type of usage. It's not going to feel so, you know,
well, it's from
one-way.
the scales, right? It's because of the inside of the liner, right? So these don't have a liner where the other ones. But it's amazing. Look at the shape. They're like so identical. It's incredible that these are handmade.
They really are amazing that they are handmade. Yep. Okay, so that's that. You know, that's with the blade guard on. That's with it off. So you get a little bit more choke up on it. Still, great choke up on it. The sheath here, take that one. Why don't you take that one, put it in my sheath. So, factory sheath unmodified. Fits right in. Ooh, the liner is going to make it not snap.
It's tight, right?
Look at that.
That one fits.
That fits good. Yep, but see the previous owner with mine folded it over a little bit. Took an old kid's backpack or something and put these on, and they are Velcro, so you can take them on and off without you know, having to use your belt.
It's actually quite a bit different. It's amazing how different these sheaths are, even though they started the same.
I know. Yep. And we'll do a little Joey field mod, which I love. I'm not sure if we talked about this, but I love just getting these little fuzzes right off, little like that. Press it on. Yep. So no more fray. It's locked in. A little burnishing. I'll let you finish that up because I know you probably like to do that too yourself.
Nice.
But the BK16, your choice for summer. I tell you what, you really can't go wrong. It's a great blade, even if it's your one and only. It'll satisfy a lot of different conditions, a lot of different, you know, environments, and overall, just a great knife for beginner or expert. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's comfortable index as well.
Oh,
and again, just summertime, lighten that load a little bit. Keep mobile.
Yep. Nice choice.